I love the smell of fresh concrete in the morning. Here we're looking at a truck mixer, and it's an MAN TGS chassis, and it's from NZG. Although it doesn't say so on the box, the mixer is made by the Italian company Imer, so it's nice to see a model of a different manufacturer's machine. Let's run straight to the weighbridge and put the box on, and it's £1 12 ounces, or metrically speaking 800 grams. The box is NZG branded, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Come on now, don't be shy, out you come. So here are the contents, and there's a plastic former which protects the model. And we're going to open it the wrong way, which is by cutting the tape at the bottom. The right way to do it is actually to cut the tape at the top. Still, we'll press on with our ignorant approach, and then just use a bit of clumsiness to get to the model. There's no assembly to do because it is, yep, you guessed it, complete out of the box. Okay, there's no concrete in the truck mixer, but let's see what it weighs empty. And it's £1 7 ounces, or 655 grams. Starting underneath, we have a typical NZG chassis on this 8x4. And the underside of the gearbox is modelled, as is the drive shaft to the rear axles. There are some nicely detailed tanks, and the rear axles have suspension and transmission components. The tyres have a different tread pattern on the driven and steered axles. On the roof of the MAN cab we have air horns, aerials and beacon lights, and there's a plastic visor over the cab. A nice touch you get on NZG trucks is a see-through roof light. The interior of the cab is reasonably detailed, and the MAN grille has a nice logo. The lights also look good, and there's a number plate. Looking at the side of the cab, there's a TGS model number on the door, and the steps up have nicely textured surfaces. The wheel arches look good, and the wheels are detailed, and there's a coloured filler cap on the tank. On the mixer equipment, there's a big water tank with the Imer name on it, and between the wheels the box that is modelled is made of metal. Also metal is the rear wheel arch with its textured surface, and there's a spare non-removable chute extension. The access ladder and platforms are made of metal, and they're slightly on the thick side, and the hopper at the top is also metal. Lower down there's another Imer graphic, and the discharge chute is also a metal part. Lower down there are nice lights and a number plate. But there are some small details which are unusual on this model. The water tank has a usable lifting eye, and best of all there's a tiny representative water gauge on the tank. And at the back there's a finely perforated splash guard, and this mirrors the pattern seen on the real machine. Looking underneath again, the rear wheels spin together on common axles, with a little bit of wheel wobble present. At the front there is linked steering, and you can get it to achieve a very sharp angle, so interesting poses will be possible. Out on the test track the model rolls well enough, with just a little friction in the wheels stopping the mixer speeding off the desktop. Let's now set the steering to a tight angle, and that works pretty well with the tyres not being fouled on the wheel arches. This is a truck mixer, so the drum should spin, and it does. And the mechanism is nice and smooth, so you can give it a real good spin. Moving to the back, and another feature is the access ladder, which can be lowered from a transport position. The hinges have got a good stiffness, so that when you close it back up, it stays up. Let's assume we're on site and we want to get some concrete out of the mixer, and we can do that because the chute can be rotated out from its transport position, so it can be used to fill a concrete pump or a concrete skip. This is a robustly made truck mixer model by NZG, and it's good to see the Italian manufacturer Imer represented. The model has some nice touches of detail, and there's reasonable functionality too. It would look nice in other colours and also goes well with other models. Overall, it has just enough to be very good.